Thanks for tuning in live to Toronto Business Summit, the largest business marketing event in Canada. And now your host, Max Carter.
All right. Hi, everybody. We're joined by Cathrine today. She's a content manager at Trigger Growth Hacking Agency. And today, hey, Cathrine, how are you today?
Hey, Max.
The topic of our session today will be content marketing, because I know a lot of businesses struggle with this. They kind of know right now they need a website or things like this, but they don't exactly know why they need it. And then once they build a website by the agency or by themselves, they kind of think, oh well, what now? How do I get people there? So let's dive into this. I know you know you know a lot about this.
Yeah, I will try to share my best experience and my advice and a lot of things as well. I'm going to talk about content marketing and how to hack your content strategy. Because as you said, Max, I'm from a growth hacking agency, so hacking your way through things, but in the legal way, is often can take you a long way. I will start out introducing myself a little bit. You already did it, but I always start out introducing myself with an old story and how I sort of became this content manager storyteller that I am today. And actually, I started out, I have always had the dream of becoming a lawyer and living the fanciest life of the different movies, helping the good guys fight the bad guys. But even before I started studying, I realized that, no, this was not the way I was... this was not the way I was going to go, and I sort of had a wake-up call. And no offense to the people that are lawyers, it's great, but I just realized that this was not the path I was going to go in life. And deep inside of me, I knew I had some kind of creative DNA, and I needed to put that into use. So I got into marketing and communication, and but the old school, the old kind of marketing communication, so Kotler, the 4 Ps, and so on. Then I managed to sort of free myself from that in a way, and I got into storytelling and what the genuine stories can do to people, and how they can move people, and how they can make them take certain actions as well. And that became sort of my mission in life, or not in life, but via my professional life, to help people also tell such stories, and to help them free themselves when they're caught in traditional marketing efforts. So now when I look back, maybe I sort of managed to combine both worlds. After all, I didn't become a lawyer, but now I'm a content manager, storyteller. I help people, clients advise, help them what to do. So it's also a bit like what a lawyer does. That was a short intro to me, and now I wanted to tell the story to sort of set the scene for the content marketing and what a story can do to people, how they can draw you into the universe, like I try to do now with my introductory story. Cool?
Yeah.
Should I just get started on the real good things now?
Sure, let's do it. Because I know stories is what separates big brands from no-name brands. Is that story what inspires their customers, right?
Exactly, and it's also, not so long ago, I attended a summit, another summit as well, actually here in Belgium. Mm-hmm. Someone said, it's you can buy a coffee for €1, but if the Starbucks brand on it, you can buy it for €5 or something. Right. That's what makes the whole difference. To kind of structure the talk a bit today, I divided into a few. You're drinking Starbucks. Wow. Alright, cool. Okay, but I quickly wanted to go over content marketing in a nutshell, why it matters, and how to then start creating quality content, and after that move on to how to get these content ideas. And lastly, I want to talk about content creation versus content distribution. Mm-hmm. In a nutshell, content marketing is sort of the process of creating and distributing relevant and valuable content to attract and acquire and engage users. With the ultimate goal of course, to drive profits and I don't know how many people know about content marketing and why it actually matters. So that's why I want to focus on this. As Simon Sinek says, always start with why. So that's what I'm gonna do as well. People say that content is king, and this phrase is used over and over again, but it's with a good reason, because it holds water, and it's true. Numbers say it as well. Neil Patel, he said that the content marketing leaders get more than 700% more traffic than non-marketing content marketing leaders. And for our own agency as well, we more than doubled our traffic to our website since we started with our blog and started putting content on there. So I have a little graph. I can show it to you guys here. But a really good tool to check your traffic as well, and to check your competitors' traffic and see how they're doing in terms of if they're producing a lot of content, so you can compare. It's a Similar Web. Similar Web. A super nice tool. We use it a lot also for keywords. You can search for keywords in your competitors, which is also super good in terms of content marketing. Which keyword should you highlight and put in your text body. Also another reason why it matters is that if you produce good content, it sort of gives something to your users before you ask them for something. And you address problems that they're facing or experiencing. And instead of leaving them in the corner of your website saying buy this, buy that, instead you give something first, and in return, then they will hopefully eventually buy something from you if you provide them with valuable content and something that they can relate to. And then it is that the user will think, or the customer will think, oh wow, this company, it really gets me. It knows how I feel. It understands my problems, and it really communicate with me on a level that I can relate to. That's one of the important things for why it really matters. Is it all good? You follow?
Yeah. It's. I just had this idea, but I didn't want to interrupt you. I think a lot of companies are still stuck in that mindset of a blog is where they share their company's information, not so much to talk to their customers, but company, we just hired a new employee, we just got a new client, we just won a new case in the court. So they kind of, it's a one-way interaction kind of thing.
And that's also something that I want to highlight, that, as you say, some companies think that I always compare it a bit to a beauty pageant. That people think that a blog is kind of the setting of a beauty pageant where it's me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm talking about me. I'm talking about this and that, what I did. But again, that's not relevant and valuable for the customers. Again, relating back to what I said in the beginning about content marketing in a nutshell. So I think that's super important. To keep in mind as well. And then when we move on to how to actually creating awesome content and content that will tap into the world of your customers. You can think about there are many different ways you can create content. You can create videos, long posts. You can create podcasts, infographics. If there's others you can come to think of,
You can do ebooks. You can do a lot of stuff. Even like social media is like every photo you post there, every status update, it's also content. It's just crafted specifically for that platform.
But content can be so many things. It can be informative, it can be persuasive, entertaining, and again, the criticality of mixing up these different things, because sometimes it's okay to say, we hired this new kick-ass employee, but you can't have thousands of these posts on your blog, because people will they will move on to the next, as again, mix it up. Also mix up the long form content. Actually, long form content, it performs really well, especially for SEO as well. You can put lots of keywords in there. Medium, the platform, lots of articles. I don't know how to otherwise explain it, introduce Medium, but it's a great platform as well. And there was made, I think, a survey not so long ago that long form content performed super well, and also the reading time of it, I think, was like around 7 minutes. It's those posts that do really well, because you also need to have a certain length of your post in order to be able to provide valuable information for people. And that's another thing that I want to highlight with that creating high performance content. You can think about 4 things. It has to be relevant, again, as I said in the beginning. It has to be aligned to the goals of your company. It has to be unique to you. And one last important thing is that it has to look at the world through your product. So yeah, you can basically talk about anything on your blog as long as it's through the lens of your company. You can always give it a twist, so it somehow relates to what you want to what you want to communicate. Yeah. Cool. Usually, I always make an exercise with people when I talk about how to create good content. And I mean, there are lots of if you want to get started with creating good content yourself as well, there are lots of nice tools online. Sometimes I use like a template with fill in the words.
There's a lot of tools that generate, well, not a lot, but there's few that I've seen that are really good that generate headlines for you. So, for example, you go in there and you say lawyer, and it will just generate like 10, 20 headlines that just give you so much idea what to write about it.
Exactly. I have one. I just gonna find it because I have one like really cool on my desktop. So I just want to show you. I hope I saved it. Yeah, here it is. For instance, I put in growth marketing, for instance, and I will share the link with you afterwards to put in your own keywords. There's another one like with Darth Vader. It's not related to our like Darth Vader's guide to growth hacking or Darth Vader's guide to growth marketing, but yeah, I mean it's just the idea to give you and just to get started simply. So yeah, as I said, how do you come up with these great ideas? I mean, yeah, it might be a little bit overwhelming if you're sitting, I can't write about my own company, I can't write about my newest employee, I can't write about something, that is just about me. But yeah, I mean, look at what your competitors are doing as well. Don't copy it, always make it unique to you, as I said. Other great tools you can use as well is BuzzSumo. BuzzSumo. You can search simply for the words. Let's say I'm within growth marketing, growth hacking. I can search for conversion rate optimization. I can see how the different articles are performing, the most shares, which platform are the most which platforms that these articles have been shared the most on. And based on that, you can create content yourself as well. And you can also look into BuzzFeed and Moz. Moz is also super good for finding keywords of your competitors, similar to SimilarWeb. So yeah, these were some of the things. Let me see what else.
Again, you guys don't need to do them themselves. Like for business owners that are looking right now, like you guys run businesses, and that's probably what you do best. I think it's not a good idea just to sit down and spend your day writing a blog post which you've never done before. There's lots of agencies. I know a lot of writers. You probably guys know a lot of writers that it's not expensive to write a blog post. I mean, it's much cheaper than spending your day writing it. So it's something to look. If you're creative, if you like to write, it might be just a great hobby to have, maybe in this Saturday morning, just to write a blog post for your company. But if it's something that takes a lot of your time, I think it's better to find a writer. What you're doing here is explaining you the concepts, how content works, and why you need it for your business.
Yeah, and in the focus of what you just said, Max, as well, that's something that I want to highlight as well. We always say get more done with future work, and there are so many. As you say, there are so many writers out there that can help you. I don't know how familiar people here are with the word ghostwriters. But you have so many platforms for how to find these good writers. You have also for creating logo or other visual design. You have Fiverr, you have Upwork. Create a profile there. It's super easy, and some of the people working there, they're super qualified, and they know a lot of things, and what it takes them to research an article and to write the article. It's money well spent, and you will have more time for your own to do other things. But one important thing I want to mention in relation to having ghostwriters is that when you how can I say it? If you when you have instructed the writer on which topic you want, like which things you want in your post, yeah, you have to make it again unique to you, because this post might be anyone can, let's say anyone, any company within your industry or within your sector can use this, but yeah, you have to make it unique to you. So make it, we always say make it trigger proof if for us, but make it your company proof, so that it's something that you can,
so it carries your voice, your message, your product or service. So it kind of related to your company. That's right.
Yeah. So adjust the writing style, tone of voice. You can add visuals, pictures, again, infographics, maybe a video, and then CCAs, call to actions.
Mm-hmm.
Call to actions, I think, are super important. We always have around 2 to 3 in our blog post, depending on how long the post is. And a good thing is to let's say the CTAs can relate to the content of the post. For instance, if we have a post on let's say growth hacking is not only for startups but also for corporates, then one of our CTAs could be are you caught in traditional marketing efforts? Contact us for more information about inspiration to grow your corporate or startup or whatever it might be. So simply relate them to these. And there are lots of great tools for pop-ups. We use SumoMe. It's a plugin to your website. No code. I'm not a coder. I can even use it. So SumoMe is super good. And then we simply use it as a tool to collect website leads, to create leads. Lately, it has been a huge success. And people, we connected to Zapier. And Zapier got lots of other nice integrations as well. So it's all automated. We have connected. You can connect it to Slack as well. So whenever someone put in, oh, I'm interested in this, we get a Slack notification and we contact them within 24 hours. So I mean, everyone with a non-coding background and everyone with a not so technical background can do this. The first couple of times you just have to set it up, and then it's from there on it goes automatically.
Yeah, I think when you start thinking of blog post, I think it's really important to start with the end in mind. Like, what's the purpose of this piece? What maybe problem are you solving, or what information do you want to interact to your customers? So when it starts ranking in search engines and you get relevant traffic to this piece, you want, with the CTA, as you said, it's important to have that CTA relevant to your post. And if, for example, if you're doing websites and you explain how to build a website on your blog post, at the end, the best thing to do you need a website right now? Click here for a free quote, because you're thinking that this piece will attract people who are looking to build a website right now. They'll come in, read it, and if you don't include CTA, they'll read it, and most of probably 80-90% will just close the tab and move on.
You need some kind of find what am I going to do after having read the article as well, and I think that's something that maybe, without making any assumptions or judging anyone, that is something that's taken for granted. Like, also, as you say, have in mind, do you want to sell something? Do you just want to inform people about something that happened in your organization? Do you want to inform about this upcoming event? Have a link to the ticket. You want to be part of this. Toronto Business Summit did it very, very well on their website. Register now. Don't miss out on this. You can't afford to miss out on this. And always giving a call to action. Register here. Sign up now. It's very simple steps that needed to be taken in order to reach your end goal.
Right.
But in addition to that, one thing is, creating content and coming up with all these ideas. By the way, Answer the Public is also another super cool tool for getting inspiration for your content, and also that content that will rank super well in terms like searching for it when other people search for it. Let's say you're within you have a restaurant, you have or a mortar business or something. Look that up and see which combinations that people search for where can I find this? Can I combine this and that and stuff like that? But yeah, explore it yourself and get lots of ideas from that as well. So yeah, when you have created the content, who's gonna read it? How will you make people read it? And that leads me on to content creation versus content distribution. Because it's not a 90-10 divide. You spend 90% of creating the content and 10% of distributing the content. It's more of a 50-50, because what's the point of creating content if no one is going to read it? Right. It's a waste of money, and it's a waste of your time. And for distributing content, a good place to start is signing up for Buffer. Buffer is a super nice tool. You can combine all your social profiles, so LinkedIn, Twitter. You can combine your company's LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook groups, Pinterest, Google+. There are so many platforms that you can combine here, and then you can set it up with Q app. It's a platform for curated content. So you type in which topics you're interested in, let's say growth hacking, marketing, entrepreneurship, startups, and then it automatically grabs the articles based on this. And in Buffer, you integrate QApp with Buffer, and in Buffer you can say, okay, I want 2 posts a day on my LinkedIn profile at 9 and at 5, for instance. It shares it automatically. But always check, okay, are there content from competitors? I don't want to highlight that. I don't want to, promote their content. So just take 5 minutes or 10 minutes every morning to go through your Buffer feed. See, is it okay for me to share this? Do I need to add hashtags or another picture? But it's a super simple tool that will save you a lot of time. Sharing your content. And also a good thing here is that you can repost your content, because sharing it one time, that's fine. But sharing it multiple times is even better. Mixing up the headlines, mixing up the picture, changing it, maybe adding a GIF here and there, adding a video, but always make it interesting and keep it interesting for the users or the people that are seeing it.
Right.
So that's.
And I'm still seeing some companies that, for example, the last post on social media was a year ago. It just takes maybe an hour on a Friday or any day to set up your content for months in advance. It's just so fast. You don't even have to do it, and you just explain it. Like, you sign up for Buffer, you queue the entire schedule of your content for the months ahead, and that's it. Your customer will visit your Facebook page or Twitter, and they see you're active. So it's not like last time you were online was a year ago. So it makes a lot of difference, I think, in the eyes of the customer.
And I mean also, even though you think it's important to share things on your own or on your company's props, use Buffer for your personal use as well. People always, how do you have time to post so much on LinkedIn, Cathrine? Do you have any spare time? Isn't it hard working for a startup? You're like, you share so much. How do you find all those articles? And I say, if I would be smart, I would say, I do it all by myself, not revealing any of my secrets, but be transparent about it to help other people as well. I mean, that's what we are here for, right? Super cool tool as well. In addition to sharing your own content, you can also have other people share it for you, or have others tell your story. As I always say, you can look up. If, let's say you have a business and there are many magazines or many newsletters, like other people producing newsletters based on this sector or in the industry. Contact them. Say, oh, can I be featured in this? Or you can maybe have one of their articles on your blog. So guest blogging is also a really good idea to sort of get your content out there and get your story out there. Another way as well, I think it's an overlooked. How can I put it? It's an overlooked channel as well for distributing content. Facebook communities. Many people are like, but a Facebook community, but it's only for private, and we shouldn't involve our own ourselves so much in our business. But a community is, it's worth gold. I mean, you will get it can be customers, it can be simply anyone. We have a community for growth marketing in Belgium. posting things every day and be there every day. I mean, because again, also on your company profiles, you have to be there every day, show up every day, and show people that you're committed to what you're doing as well. And then they will say, okay, this business, they really know what they're doing. They're committed to themselves, so they will probably also be committed to me and committed to doing a good job for helping my business getting ahead of the competition. So I think that's a very important thing to highlight as well.
Yeah, even for example, if you're a restaurant, take a picture, put a caption. It just takes a second. Like if you're doing some maybe construction, take a before and after picture, just a picture of before. This is what we're going to do today. So customers kind of relate to your company.
Exactly. Yeah, true. For the moment, I don't know. Do you have other questions for me, Max? Because
this is excellent. We've covered a lot. What are the best ways? For example, you produce some content. Maybe you got some videos for YouTube done. You're constantly uploading them. Maybe you published a few blog posts. What are the best ways to promote this kind of stuff?
There are many ways to promote it. For instance, I would advise people to make sort of maybe it sounds a little bit it sounds too simple or a bit too people take it for granted, but make a list of the platforms that you want to share stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's say you share it first on your social platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you're active. Be active everywhere if it's relevant for your audience. Share it with your friends. Push it. I mean, say to your friends, make a Facebook conversation with people. Hey guys, I created this new post. Can you please share it with your network? You can put it on Medium. You can put it on Quora. Inbound as well if you're within inbound.org, if you're within the marketing, and also everything else. I mean, find the platforms on which or find the platforms that share content that's related to your business or to your sector. And then even on Reddit, I mean, Reddit, it's not, you can, if you're doing super well there, you can get to the top. And I mean, also, for instance, let's say on Quora, you can ask, have some of your employees ask, how can I, what's the best way to do this? What's the best way to do that? Then you, as another employee, you post the answer to that, and then you get a conversation going.
Right.
So I mean, create a list of the channels and the platform on which you want to distribute your content, and be consistent with that. And then it will go from there. And again, just push it, and don't be afraid to say to people, please share this, please share that, because you can only, I mean, every shot you don't take is a missed shot, so answer them, and if they say no, okay, you ask them, but you have to start somewhere.
And I think it's also important to understand that you need to create content that actually makes the difference, that has some value in it, that helps customers. If it's crappy content, nobody's going to share it, or if it's a 300-word post about nothing, like you kind of squeezed it out of yourself.
If there's any other thing, people can always contact me, contact the agency. I mean, reach out to us, and then we can always get in touch and figure things out if you need help with anything.
Sounds great. All right, enjoy your day. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye.